You guys can try to go in, and I can try to push myself in as an administrator.
Sure.
Honestly, I like more the approach of trying to talk our way in, but this is urgent. I mean, what if they turn you down?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they won't turn me down. They'll just try to, I don't know, jump me or something.
Well, we have the
But
advantage.
but yeah, but in terms of sneaking around, you and Kate probably have the better stuff.
Not really. I got a lot of options. Stealth isn't my strong suit. That's yellow.
The
Um,
problem is most of my stuff glows.
well, maybe we could make it like not glow then. Like, could you put like a I don't know, like a curtain over your wings so they don't like glow and it's like, ugh.
No, they go through everything. He puts on his wings and he puts like something through it and just like fades right through.
Well, that's very convenient, isn't it?
Yes.
Wait, so like if you have it up against a wall, does it like go through the wall and then somebody on the other
Yes.
side just sees like a shark fin of like a it's weird.
Yes.
Okay.
What does this main entrance look like? Is there is there
We
a
should move on.
secretary there? Like what am I looking at?
Yeah, I
It's 4 in the
mean,
morning.
yeah, there is a attendant at a front desk or something, and it's think of it like you're going into a theme park. It's like there's the gates, and there's probably going to be metal detectors, but there's also going to be like a ticket booth where you can register to go in, and there's going to be heavy security, and um probably like an information help desk or something. So yeah, it's almost like you're going into a theme park.
Or we have one other option, which is to run past everything. I mean,
We're fast, boy.
we're
Go.
fast right now, but then that'll
Uh,
probably have people after us, and that won't be great.
Yeah, there do
uh,
seem to be, like I said, there are security people here, and you presume that you can't just cut in
in
line
line.
or get, yeah, without proper, proper permission to go in. So
I mean, like you said, it's not sneaking in. Like you said, you two guys can try to go in via the trial. I could try to go in as an administrator, and that doesn't work. I might just have to go in with the trial.
Or maybe we could be like, be you go in as an administrator and we're your backup, right? Or something
I
like
mean,
that.
that
Or
could
we
work,
could be like
but
security detail, right?
I guess
I don't know. I don't know how this works.
I just
Kate,
don't know how they're going to react because this is not my section. The only thing I have is that I developed the game. The whole the only card I have to play is that I literally work directly under Madam Magus.
I did. Yeah, are you kind of like in charge right now? Because Madam Megas is kind of can't talk. I mean, I know the mayor,
he's
right?
not.
No,
Abe is
no,
Gabe's not
no,
second in command.
Ah,
He's
no,
just,
no. He just works directly under her. So
yeah.
it's more like I can put in a word, but I'm not like in
He's
control.
Gabe is the lead
Control.
developer of a specific division within the
Yeah,
company, and this division is headed by Phoebe Messer, if you remember from last
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
okay.
Now,
So
to be fair, I do have the where is it?
my
I have
dad
the
works at VITA card.
no, no. Well, I mean, I work at Vita. It'd be like
Your
I
dad
do
works at
have
VITA.
the benefit status, and that one is like my status in the company. So that could get me through to meet her, but I don't have any like more or less control than she does. Actually, she'll probably have more control over things here because this is her division. I might just have I might just be able to get a meeting with her.
Okay.
You said there were security drones. Are those flying outside of the dome?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Um,
can I observe if they have a camera on them?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. They all do. Yes.
I wonder. I know it's 4 in the morning, so I probably won't be able to do that. I mean,
I want I want to hack one of those drones and make it mine.
Okay.
I mean, how are you gonna do that? Oh, that wasn't
Sneak
in
up on it,
character.
Can you
grab
do
it.
that remotely?
I'll leave that to you. If I need to sneak up on it, I will. If I can do it remotely, I'll prefer that.
How do you? I guess my question is, how would you sneak up on a drone that's flying up in the air?
Well, okay. Um, maybe wall run off the dome and grab it.
Okay.
Uh,
Can you
Feeling
do that
frisky.
stealthily? So nobody notices?
Okay, and then around this dome, what is the buildings around this dome, or is it like an open field?
It's more of an open field, right? Because it is more towards like the rural parts of the city, because this is where the LARPing used to happen, and um, I
And this
mean the ranch is just right next door as well. You can probably see the ranch from where you're at the moment.
gotcha.
oh,
And the dome is translucent. You can see through it.
No,
Okay,
no,
don't
it's a
pay.
private facility, so you can't see through it at
Yeah.
all.
So, question, Hart, could I use a hero point? This probably wouldn't work right away to get me in now, but could I use a hero point to get me a meeting with the what's her name?
Phoebe,
With Phoebe
I'm sure you
today?
can. I'm sure
Yeah,
you
just a hero
can.
point. I know
Probably
I
not at
won't be able
four
to
in the
get it now.
morning.
yeah,
But
like
Probably not at 4 in the morning, but I'm sure you can.
yeah, so I'm just gonna use that hero point to basically be like, don't worry, guys, I got this. I have my greatest superpower.
Okay.
a phone. Yeah, the urgent flag on an email chain. Uh,
My superpower.
corporate
Email.
bureaucracy.
Okay.
But yeah, but that doesn't
So
fix. I mean, how long is that gonna take though?
here's the issue. If we break in, then if you guys break in, the moment they catch you, we're gonna be in the wrong. So how about this? You two can go get the trial, and I can go in as administrator.
Sure. All right,
But
let's
you're
do
gonna
it.
have to, but your guys gonna have to be in character if you go in there. I don't know how they enforce it, but
All right, let's
I
do it.
don't know.
although although there could be a in-universe reason why you would go there looking for Knave. Because remember, Hark, like a session, well, I think it was last session, or session before there, the messages. You could send a message to yourself saying, "Oh, the Knave or Abe's in trouble. You got to go save him."
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
Yeah. So
Candy did say in game that he was found unconscious outside of the warehouse and dropped
yeah,
the knave off. So that's very much in line with the story, yes, in the in-game
yeah.
story.
So I, also when we send the messages, I'm not sure. Does it appear to be like us or as like our in-game characters? I assume it appears to be like our real self characters.
I think
Yeah.
you said that that's how that worked. That it
Yeah, so it just appears like us. I'd be like, so heck, Forrest can literally just tell Yellow, hey, your friend. Well, I don't know if Yellow sees them as friends, but
Nope.
your ally is endangered. You got to go save them. And the same thing with Chrono. Chrono, I don't know, is close to Eve. I know they have a deal.
Well, I don't know. I mean, our characters don't remember like what just happened, right?
No, I don't
We've
know.
established that, right?
Yeah, but it seems like they remember everything in game, or at least they remember their version of things in game.
Also, like getting this technology, it doesn't sit well with me, especially since we know that there's a bunch of bad things going on in Vita. I mean, what if we put this on and then we're stuck in our characters or something? Or I got a bad feeling about all of this.
I I understand. That's why I'm going to be going in as the administrator to make sure things work. My only issue is I'm going to be going in alone. And who knows how that's going to go.
Well, Ave needs our help, so whatever we're doing, let's do it.
I think you guys should go in there. I would rather go in alone later to get you guys out than for all of us to go in while Abe's in there alone.
Yeah. So the plan is we're going in there as part of the trial. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Now
go.
Well,
I'll follow you guys later and get in.
Okay.
if we cancel early, do we still have to pay for like the time we used on the trial? Because that's going to be annoying if that's the thing.
That's fine. Gabe will cover it. And Cade's walking towards the
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
I'm
go
just gonna let him.
over you'll go over into La Vida Loca. So it's very high tech in the sense that most things to register is automated without having to interact with a physical person. So
Oh, thank God.
um so yeah, like you basically can go in and you can register for the free trial using your personal Vita account, which you can easily do. It'll of course ask for a credit card information. Even though it's free trial, you still have to put in your credit card information so that they can auto charge you after the free trial is over,
Yeah, I'll put in Gabe.
unless you cancel. So
In which case, you just pay for the days you use.
Mhm. And then it'll ask you to sign like this contract and this waiver saying that they're not responsible for anything that may happen to you like while you're inside the dome. Of course, like the dome itself is going to have high security and they're going to take every single precaution for everybody's safety within there, but like at the end of the day they can't be liable for X, Y, and Z, et cetera, et cetera, and other terms and conditions and all that good stuff. So if you accept those terms, then the next part is that they're going to take you over to this room where um, you'll go through orientation, and they will explain to you that while you're inside here, it is meant to be a super immersive experience. You live and breathe both in the real world and in the out of the world. That way, they'll explain that while you're in here, things are actually going to your senses are going to be more intense when you're inside this game because you are physically like moving around and walking around and eating things um, while you're here. And even mundane things like going to the bathroom. If you go in the bathroom in the game, you actually are going into the bathroom in real life, et cetera, et cetera. It's
Pleasant.
yeah. But in terms of like your superhero abilities, that's all virtual, right? If there is any combat that's happening, it's all virtual, et cetera, et cetera. That's why nobody's allowed to go in with actual like weapons or sharp objects here because it's against the rules. And nobody is allowed to be outside of the experience unless there's a big emergency, in which case there is like something in your UI that you can presumably click that calls for an emergency and an admin will come and address the situation as quickly and swiftly as possible without interfering with everybody else's experience of the game as much as possible. And yeah, like that's basically it. Like nobody except for admins are allowed to to be out of the game, mostly again for immersion purposes, because they don't want to disrupt other people's experiences.
I don't
So
want them to take my knife Junko. I'm going to stash it away somewhere, maybe on
they
the
yeah, there are lockers if you want to use the lockers, but if you
nah, I
want to
don't trust
stash it
them.
privately, yeah, you can stash it privately somewhere else if you
Yeah,
want to stash it
I'll go
somewhere else.
stash it at the orchard and then come back.
Okay. And then
And
there's stuff
along with a
like
bunch of my other stuff.
and then there's other things like emergency contact information, who is your medical doctor, who is your primary care physician, stuff like that you can fill out. So
Janet.
yeah.
Primary care physician. I just go to the doctor. I'm not sure what these guys are talking about.
Okay. So they will fit you in with this headset. You'll get these like gloves. And then they'll put some onto your limbs, like your legs and your limbs. Um, Again, this is just helps enhance the experience while you're within the confines of the compound. And then the free trial will begin, and you all will boot into the game as your characters, as Yellow now and Chrono. And yeah, right before you is this magnificent looking section of Sci-Fi City. Everything here looks so super pristine, like very clean. It's almost as if you could probably eat off of the sidewalks. It's so clean. It's very shiny and I don't know. It definitely feels like if you were to get the premium version of a video game, this is this is the premium version. Um, but you can see various places of interest here, starting from the Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence. There is an arena looking place where it looks like people can go in and watch superheroes like challenge each other.
Oh, we have to do that sometime.
There is a separate it's an underground arena where superheroes can challenge each other. There is a normal sports arena where a lot of recreational like heroic sports are being played right now. There is a district that is full of really nice restaurants of virtually any kind of cuisine that you're looking for. There's the Temple of Mirage, which is located near the center of this district. And those are the main areas of interest here in Edenville.
And has Chrono's personality come through? Am I now Chrono or Cade or both?
You are compelled to stay in character as much as possible, but you're still self-aware, if that makes sense. Like it's not like suddenly Cade is gone.
Got it. And I have all my gear. I'm now chronoed out. I got my great sword.
You've got you're chronoed out gear-wise, yes.
Can teleport around and whatnot.
Right. You can teleport around or whatnot, yes.
Wonderful. All right. Well, I say we start at the Temple of Mirage and work our way out from there. That's frankly the only point of interest we have currently. But
Right there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, you can easily teleport over to the Temple of Mirage. And meanwhile, I want to make sure I know what's going on with Gabe. What's happening with you, Gabe, while the other two are going in with the free trial.
So first I imagine I have to set up the meeting.
Sure.
What time would that be? Just copy it.
Phoebe has a spot open at lunchtime if you want to do a lunch meeting.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Now, would that be time to talk to his dad or madam, like whoever, which one you would be like available before then?
I'm sure you can talk to Madam or your dad before then if you'd like.
Yeah, 'cause I think I would try to talk to them both because Madam is the CEO, but also he trusts his dad the most because his dad he feels like at least if there's corruption in the company, his dad's not gonna like kill him or be the one on it.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know. I watch too much Game of Thrones. Sorry,
Okay.
son. For the company.
For the company. Yes.
So I think I want to set up a meeting with the two of them.
I'm sure both at the same time.
Yeah,
I'm sure
because
you
it
can
was
do that.
so we're not role playing this. Literally the same information.
I'm sure
And
you
literally,
can
I'm
do
just
that.
and I'm gonna tell them that hey, in the Livin La Vida Loca section, I 100% believe that there are criminals that are in it, and they're trying to get land criminally from here. And I'm just gonna basically explain everything. I don't know if you want to completely roleplay that. I'm just gonna basically lay everything about that.
We'll get to that. It's still 4 a.m. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I'll explain to Madame Vu that we're literally being taken over by VITA characters. Like that's a lot. So I don't want to fully roleplay because that's a lot of information for me to just repeat.
Fine. We can that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So but in the meantime, are you just gonna stay outside? You're just gonna hang out and just
No, I'm probably gonna go to my house and get things ready.
Okay. All
So,
right. You'll get to your house and just as an FYI, it looks like Ariel's car is in the is parked there, so she's back. Probably not awake
back.
though. So,
Um, I think with this moment, if he set everything up, like the meeting's up correctly, I think he's gonna knock at his daughter's door.
okay, at 4 in the morning.
Yes, because
Okay.
the thing he's gonna talk about is that he's like, I don't care about what time it is. It's
Yeah, you'll knock. There won't be an answer at first. Are you gonna knock again?
yep.
The door opens slightly. You can see your daughter is very, very like tired. And
Tired.
she says, Dad, you know what time it is?
Yes, yes. I just need to talk to you really quickly.
At
And
4 in
I
the
just probably
morning?
it's probably best that the others don't hear about this right now.
What is it? She seems to be all just half awake right now.
Can I see your arms?
My arms. She's very like very tired.
Yeah.
So she's like, whatever. She shows you her arms. What are you
And
looking
is there
for?
like the like the itching marks like she's been scratching?
There's itching marks. Yeah.
I kind of point to them, and I kind of go enter the room so like no one can overhear us talk.
Yes.
I kind of look, and I'm like, Cade told me you've been scratching.
She said, yes, it's that stupid potion that gave me this stupid allergic reaction to anything purple. I've been scratching all day.
And I assume you don't do anything.
I don't do anything.
Are you? He's trying to phrase this without looking like. I know these are signs of withdrawal, so I'm asking you if you, no judgment, no anything, just tell me.
How would you know they're signs of withdrawal?
I mean, that's what Cade told me.
He already talked to me about this earlier, Dad. No, I'm not doing drugs, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay, but I know Thor does.
What do you mean, Thor does?
What was the name of the substance? I
Black
forgot what a
currant.
black currant goes. Well, based on the information, I assume black currant.
Thor's has issues, okay? So, yes, Thor has done some things recreationally, yes. But it's all in the game, Dad.
I know, but we have seen that the stuff in game are also affecting us in real life. You saw what happened with Cade. He kicked me in the shin and he felt it. Heck, he told me that you might have been doing drugs, and he literally felt my emotional pain.
So you think because of what Thor does that I'm going through withdrawal?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm worried.
She's again, she's still very sleepy. She's like, what exactly do you want me to say?
I just wanted to rule out that it was anything in real life because I'm trying to fix what's happening with VITA.
No, it's nothing to do with anything in real life. I told you, I'm almost positive it's just because of my allergic reaction to everything.
All right. I'm just making sure. But please, if you feel any more similar symptoms such as this, please tell me.
Okay, fine. Can I go to bed now?
Yes, the reason why I talked to you early is because what if your mom heard me ask you if you were on drugs?
That would not be good.
Yes, trust me, I
You're not
know.
gonna say anything to her now?
No, but you gotta promise me that you gotta keep yourself monitoring. If there's any big change or anything,
Okay, I promise.
Pinky swear?
Pinky swear.
There you go. Cross my heart and hold the die. I won't tell her anything if you keep me.
Okay, I won't. Yes, I'll tell you if there's anything that changes. Right now, I just want to sleep.
I get that. Gabe's like, no, I really get that.
You should
And
go
like,
to bed too.
I know. We're dealing with a lot right now, and he's gonna kind of give her a big tight hug, and then he's gonna go take a nap because he knows that that Odin's weakness is he has to sleep, or he's gonna pass out randomly.
Okay. Yeah.
So
And yeah, so you'll leave the
I'll
door.
just wait. I'll just wait until all the meat and stuff so you can go.
Cool. Okay. Cade, you teleport to the Temple of Mirage. So the Temple of Mirage, it's a Burgundy building, and the priests there are also their robes. Thank you. Are also Burgundy, um, with sort of like a silver print of some sort, and the symbol of mist, the holy symbol of Mirage, excuse me, is it's a talisman that looks a lot like a mirror. It actually is a mirror. That is their symbol, and I would say that their robes are close to monk-like, like the type of monks that you would kind of see like secluded in the eastern areas, and there are it's like early in the morning, but despite the fact that it is very early in the morning, there are a few people who are praying in the chapels, and there's this one young lady who's there right now who seems to be um, praying at some sort of like altar of some sort to Mirage. Um, but other than that, like I said, it's very early in the morning. But if you, um, there is a priest like on deck, I guess, a priest who has the late shift. For anyone who arrives and needs something from the church. So I don't know if there's anything specific that you want to do because they're not running any services at the moment.
No, I think for me it was race, so he's just waiting for yellow
Yeah,
to head up.
yeah. Yellow, you can get there if that's where you're beelining to.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon my motorcycle and just book it. Not instant, but somebody just took off without asking me anything. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna mutter to myself for a long time, look around as I'm going by. Do I notice anything as I'm kind of zooming through the streets on my motorcycle? Is there anything like
Roll a
out of
perception.
ordinary?
Yeah, roll a perception.
That would be 27, natural 19.
I wouldn't say that there's anything like shady or strange that you would notice on your way to the temple. You might catch a sight of two citizens making out in an alley somewhere. But yeah, I mean, other than that, no, I don't. I wouldn't say you notice anything really out of the ordinary. It just seems like, just in general, the vibe of this place is there's a lot of people just out. It's kind of like the city that never sleeps. So people are out and about. They're having fun. They are partaking in a lot of things that are actually, there's one thing. I guess there's one shady thing that you will see. In another alley, you will probably see some sort of exchange going on between two different individuals with that high of a check. I will say that it does seem like they're dealing some black current in the alley. I will say that.
I'll clock it as something, but I'm not going to engage.
Okay. You will pass by Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence as well. I would say with that high of a check, you will actually see somebody maybe through a window in the Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence. You will see somebody that looks suspiciously a lot like Homeboy in there. right now.
I knew it.
Suspiciously.
As of driving by, just. Huh. No judgment.
Yeah. Yeah, but eventually you'll reach the Temple of Mirage. Cade will be right there because he beat you, and he's just waiting. I mean, Chrono will be there, waiting for you.
Okay, I'm gonna park. Probably take up 2 parking spaces like a complete, like a complete asshole. But walking in. Hello there. You kind of took off there for a second, bud.
You made great time.
Oh yes, I did. I'm yellow, of course I do. But you could have at least told me exactly what we're doing first. Well, besides just going to a temple. Now that we're here, I guess we'll just look around. There's nobody here. Except for that guy over there.
Yeah.
Gonna do a quick...
I'm really not sure what we're doing. But
I found out search for clues, but my reasoning is that we know that there's something going on here, and this is the activity zone, basically. We don't know where he is, but
can I make a will save to attempt to check my tracker to actually find him in this dome?
Yeah, you can.
+2. So if my will is just base 10,
Mm-hmm.
and there is no modifier, right?
Yeah.
So I roll the 14, then +2 for the hangman is 16.
Oh, nice. Yes. You can determine that Ave/the Knave is in the Our Lady of Perpetual Indulgence
Okay.
facility.
I will relay that information and then ask Yellow if I should just go find him real quick.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, actually passed it on my way here. Honestly, I'd like to go with you. I'm the one that's more of an infiltrator type. I mean, you can teleport around, but can you stealth around? I don't think so.
No, I
Not
can
as good as
definitely
I can.
find him, but it won't be subtle.
I think you're a sledgehammer and I'm more of a scalpel, so this takes care and dedication. I think we should go together and
Tell you what, do you want me to take us to the roof and then I'll hang out? And as soon as you need me, you just say it and I'll be there.
I think we can go to the roof and I'll take the lead. You don't have to stick around. If anything happens, you just go.
Oh, yeah.
And
I will put my hand on his shoulder and teleport us both on the roof of the temple of perpetual indulgence. And I'll be like, my hearing's great, so the second you need me, just say my name and I'll be there. And then I'll just kind of lean back and look at the sky.
oh, I mean,
So you're both currently on the roof?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure.
wonderful, I guess. Is there a roof access?
Sure there is.
By the way, I'm just currently trying to envision how the two non-VITA characters are just teleporting around. It's just running real quick on the roof. Because teleports.
Yeah.
We
Gets
don't
an
have
elevator.
questions about that.
He takes an elevator. I'm teleporting.
There's all these drones that are just moving people very quickly.
Yeet, Mira.
That's hilarious.
Do I hear the
Oh,
name?
don't do that.
You hear a lot of things.
Don't do that.
You hear a
No.
lot
The
of.
name. I'm like, wow, this place is exciting.
It's very exciting. So there are a lot of things going on in this building.
Interference.
So if you want to focus on the nave specifically,
I do.
yeah, roll a listen, I guess.
Okay. Pretty low roll. I do have luck. I think I will pop a luck for that one.
Okay.
Oh, that's as bad as it could have been. Okay, so let's see. We got It's still gonna be good.
Yeah, at least 10.
21.
Okay. I will say yes. You will pick up what sounds like Knave's voice, the Knave of Diamonds voice, conversing with a female voice. I don't think you ever heard, or no.
Well, at this point, what you hear is probably multiple voices just laughing, just like giggling females, some male as well. Just overall very fun time while Nate is just talking, and the moment she starts really listening in, just here, and at that point he just furiously jumped in, starts stabbing my body, but it's all an illusion, and he's just making the biggest fool out of himself. It was glorious, really.
I'll just point towards the window and be like, he's in that one.
Oh,
Yellow.
The other like note I will make is that that amidst, because I'm assuming you're filtering through a lot of noise that's going on in there, but one noise that you presume is happening while two or possibly more people, you're not really sure, are having some extracurricular activities going on under the sheets. A female voice, I'm not going to act this out, but a female voice calls out something along the lines of, "Oh, honey boy, oh, honey boy."
No.
Why, you don't want to act that one out?
I'm not going to say that in character. Yes, in a very pleasurable moan, says, "Oh, honey boy, oh, honey boy."
No. Oh, that's just bad. Poor guy.
You've got somebody who can literally control your senses.
Oh yeah.
Literally, must be fantastic in bed. And honey boy is just one letter away from homeboy. Just one letter.
It's very, very, very good. Great name. Not gonna lie.
Honey boy.
So creative.
Anyway, what happens next? Is that Ethan
I
shaking his
Yellow.
head, or is that Yellow shaking his head?
I don't know.
The answer is yes.
I was shaking my head at something I thought about. I'm the disgusting one, so
Okay.
stripper names
I will
and stuff like that.
warn Yellow that the knave doesn't seem to be in danger and seems to be having a pretty okay time.
Oh, lovely. Well, okay.
Torture's
time
off
is
the
not
table.
How? Huh?
So torture's off the table. He seems.
Oh,
Well, it does seem like in one section there is torture happening, but not in the contents that you're talking about. So not...
I can always go grab him, but it might be rude. Maybe we should just, I don't know, leave him be.
we came here to get him. I'm at least going to let him know that we're here.
All right.
And frankly, overwhelming somebody with positives is a very good way to get them hooked and being a willing captive. So,
I trust your judgment.
trust me. I mean, you do. I work with the government on a lot of things. You should see the things they don't tell you about. That's the stuff you need to worry about. Right. Is the roof access locked?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. Guess we have to do things the interesting way. Going to set my grappling hook kind of into the edge of the building, and I'm just gonna rappel off of the building instead, and to the window he pointed to, just gonna Mission Impossible style.
Yeah.
And go right to the window and just like
Yeah.
trying to get his attention.
You're getting Knave's attention.
Yeah, trying to get Knave's
Sure.
attention.
So Knave, are you just in a certain section? Are you in the bathhouse? Is that where you are? Because you were asking
Just
about
in
the
a
bathhouse.
lounge or something. Oh yeah, the bathhouse maybe. Yeah, it's even better.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're probably you'll see this large bathhouse area, and various people in there are in various like stages of undress. Some of them are fully naked, some of them are not fully naked. it depends. It's like whatever you do, you.
Mm.
And there's a lot of very attractive looking males and females of various races who seem to be enamored by the Knave of Diamonds. Is the Knave of Diamonds in a towel? Like, is the Knave of Diamonds in swimming trunks, or is he just letting
Nothing.
letting everything hang
It's
out?
relaxing time, you know.
I don't know. Just having a great time.
Mm-hmm. So you're just gonna see the random yellow coming down. Ah,
Yellow sees a
interesting.
whole side of the Knave
Mhm.
of Diamonds.
I was wondering when they would show up. Excuse me for a moment. I'm gonna step out of the pool, go towards the window, just open it up. Why, hello there.
Hello. How are you doing? It seems like you're doing very wonderfully.
Yes, it's a lovely, lovely place here.
Oh,
could
I
you
know.
could you remind me what happened after the warehouse incident? Because I kind of seem to have forgotten how I got here. But it's it's quite pleasant. You should probably join us.
Oh, I would love to. I'm afraid I'm on business though.
Business as always.
Well, you're the business, that's the thing. I didn't actually expect to find you, all right.
What do you mean? What were you
Well,
expecting?
I mean, like, you went missing. Apparently you turned up at a warehouse, and, then you went missing again, so,
Huh.
I set out to find you with, my companions here. After all, we are the protagonists. We need to stick together, right?
Sure. Not always, but I get what you're saying.
Well, when you go missing, a team member, it's
Well,
only-
but I might be mistaken. But weren't you the one that they wanted to kidnap?
Well, I think so, actually.
Then shouldn't you be more careful, not just hang alone?
Oh,
Are you alone here? Where is the rest?
I know this place like the back of my hand.
Oh, you've been here before, have you?
Many times. I don't actually know where Odin is right now, but I do, know that there's a friend on the roof and he's ready to evac us, as soon as we need. So, I mean, I could understand if you want to finish up here.
Quite so. Maybe give me an hour or so, okay?
Wonderful. Well,
You can join if you want. I join.
don't tempt me. Oh my.
It is, as I said, it is a wonderful time.
Oh, Knave. One of the
Mhm.
females, this girl named Bonquisha, she's like, Knave, you should come back. We miss your presence here. You know what they say. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Well, you heard it yourself, yeah. I have some heroic work to do. These
understand.
people need me. Well, if you're not joining, have a wonderful time here, and we'll see each other then. Make it 2 hours. And I'm gonna
Okay.
close the window.
Enjoy your jewel polishing session.
This is all coming out of Gabe's like bank
Yep.
account. He's just using Daddy's credit card.
Yes.
Gonna rappel back up to the roof, and he's actually doing quite fine. He's gonna finish out his he's going to finish his business. So we got 2 hours. I mean, we could probably start an hour if you want. However, I was more interested in trying to find out what's going on around here.
Which thing in particular?
Oh, well, I don't know what you would be into, but there are many different things you could.
Oh,
no.
no.
Okay, I meant. I was going to try to check out to see if there's anybody around here who's being suspicious. We know he was kidnapped. And
True.
then he turns up here, which is a very, very specific place to end up.
True.
I mean,
Good
I just
thinking.
want to be
I'll follow your lead. You just give me orders. I'm your guy.
Well, I mean, I'm not very familiar with orders. I like to go on my own whim rather than anything else, but I'd
Can you
say my order
teleport?
right now is huh?
Can you teleport?
No, I cannot.
Now you can.
Wonderful. Well, I mean, no, you don't have to see the place to know where it is. That's right. Honestly, part of me wants to give Homeboy a visit, but that'd be too mean. Frankly, I think I just need to do some sleuthing around the back rooms a little bit.
One thing I will also mention in the background, there's a digital billboard somewhere that seems to be advertising a special event that's happening in the stadium, the sports stadium right now. You actually can hear Livestream's voice booming from the advertisement, mentioning that there's going to be some sort of think Ninja Warrior competition, but with superheroes, like a superhero Ninja Warrior thing going on the same at the moment, FYI. And it seems like live streaming is going to be hosting it. Who, by the way, is again Jacob Steele, Stalin Steele's son.
Or we could just have some fun real quick.
Yeah. Do that.
After all, he is a person of interest. But I'll leave that up to you. Do you want to be sleuthing around here a little bit more, or do you want to have some exercise? Or, well, I guess there's two different forms of exercise, but do you want to have some fun?
Let's have some fun. Once again, grab a shoulder and we'll transport to Ninja Warrior.
Okay.
Nice.
Drones.
Drones. Cool. Gabe, is there anything else that's happening with you before your meeting? I'm just curious. Or are you just sleeping?
I am just trying to sleep and then
Okay.
sleep and just prepare for everything. So I just have all the information just to slap down.
Okay, cool. The next morning, we'll say this is 9 a.m. You set up a meeting through video. It's a virtual call. So
Yeah.
It's going to be between you and your father and logged into the game as their avatar, the mayor, Miss Nacromagus.
Yeah.
And so your father will say, "Son, this must be very serious if you're involving both of us in this conversation. What do you
Yes.
What did you need to talk to us about?"
And I'd be like, well, this is an extension from what we talked about before, Father. And he's gonna first repeat everything he told his dad to Madame Magus.
Mm-hmm.
And be like, yeah, sorry I didn't report to this sooner. I wanted to check it up more before I reported it. So the whole being taken over by the VITA character stuff. And two, he's also going to bring up, and I was literally told to my face by these people, and I have proof that these thugs, what are they called, the outcasts?
The outcasts.
Are either staying at our facilities or working with someone in the facility to expand it. And be like, yeah, they're trying to get this land here by illegal means.
That's quite a bold accusation. Where is this proof?
Well, first off, I heard from the guy's own mouth. I don't have any physical proof myself, but I have also have trackers where someone was taken and brought to the facility.
Mayor Marvolo / Nacromega says, "We may need to go speak with Phoebe about this. See if she knows anything."
I'm not saying that Phoebe is a part of this. It could be someone else running this. But even if we're not part of this, if people are saying it, we have to check up on this because Solon Steele's family was in the facility by yesterday, and he said he was gonna go there and meet his own get his own family out, and I have yet to hear back from him.
Stalin Steele actually contacted me this morning prior to this call, the mayor says. He says that he went to check on the facility and everything looks legitimate. He did a scour to seek out these outcasts that he was informed that may be involved in a situation over at the facility and didn't find any trace of them.
Hmm. But still, we got to do our own investigation.
They'll say, we're not law enforcers. I would presume if the captain of the swords says it's okay, it's very difficult for us to think that we would find anything that he wouldn't.
It's also it's just in case, madam. What if something does happen and then this get word goes up to the public?
She says, are you suggesting that you want to go in and do some investigating?
Yes.
Very well. I must presume you want access into the facility then.
Yes.
What do you think, Mike? It's Michael Stoll, right? Out of character?
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you think, Michael? I think it's a fine idea if Gabe wants to go in and do a little bit of poking around.
I mean, at worst, I find nothing. But maybe knowing more about how the Live in the VITA thing work could also help us out with the other situation.
Phoebe has been telling us that that La Vida Loca has become very successful and very popular, and the desire to expand is something I'm aware of, and they are trying to be able to enlarge the compound even further to accommodate the high demand, especially with this free trial that I understand that they're having at this moment. They
Yeah.
won't be able to comfortably fit all of the participants within that dome the way things are going, which is good for our company and for our business.
Understandable. And I am full on ready to help out with any expansions or anything they need. But currently, from what I've seen, they're trying to get that land through illegal means by trying to force someone to do it.
Well, you'll have my permission. We can give you access to go in as an admin into the facility, and if you find anything, you are welcome to report it.
Thank you, madam. As well as, what do you think we should do about the other matter? About people literally being taken over by their...
Michael speaks up and he says, I'm going to be very honest with you, son. I've been doing a lot of investigating on this sort of phenomenon, and I have yet to find a source for it.
I know. The problem is, if we're the first ones that this is happening to, then there's no... And we're the...
As of right now, there doesn't seem to be any other cases other than the four of you having these changes in personality or having these characters taking control of you.
Nothing like trying to force someone to stay in character or anything, or any shackles such as that.
No, we even tried directly asking all of the other people on the test server. None of them have claimed to have experienced the things you're experiencing, which is very strange. If that is the case, why you four specifically?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Have someone check our setups.
That will be the next thing we will try.
Like I said, I'm gonna check Live in La Vida. ask questions. If I don't get anything, hey, it's a learning experience.
Do you need me for anything else then? Necromega asks.
No, madam. Thank you for your time and thank you for the help.
Of course. Michael says, if you don't mind, Gabe, I'd like for you and I to stay on. There's something else I wanted to discuss with you.
All right.
So the mayor will log off, and Michael will sit back a little bit. He'll clear his throat, and he says, "Son, the last time you and I spoke, you asked me specifically about your mother.
That is correct.
I apologize that I've been hesitating to speak to you candidly about your mother because, as you can imagine, it's complicated."
Yeah, don't worry. It's only been 35 years.
If you will allow me, I am happy to explain to you everything I know, at least. I'm not really sure what you're going to do with this information. If you ask my honest opinion, I think you're better off not knowing any of this. But if you really, really wish to know, you're an adult now, and I suppose I can't deprive you of that. If you really want to open Pandora's box.
I'm fine with getting knowledge. I probably shouldn't.
I'll start by saying that your mother's name is Serena. Cerena, out of character. Cerena. Did you know, son, that when I was young, I was actually going to be a doctor? My father was one, his mother was one, and so on and so forth. It was essentially expected of me to follow along in the family line. During my first year at university, I started volunteering at the local hospital in the critical care unit, a place that was no stranger to death. And that was when I met her, your mother, for the very first time. You see, son, Serena is an angel of death.
How do you... So you just saw her?
Normally, angels of death don't reveal themselves to mortals. That is true, as their purpose is to guide souls into the next life. According to her, something about me fascinated her. Enraptured, I think, is one thing that I got her to say at some point in our relationship. I'm not going to bore you with the lengthy details, but just know that when she started revealing herself to me, we started to become close. Celestials and mortal beings beginning any type of relationship, platonic or otherwise, is indeed rare. But even more so with angels of death, who are expected to remain neutral and detached from humanity. But I suppose Serena was wired differently, so to speak. When I graduated and started medical school, I started becoming a man. And that's when our relationship started moving to the next level. The problem was, she knew something that I didn't. She knew that I didn't have much time left in this world. She was aware of my expiration date. She knew that, knowing this, she carried the weight of that for a very long time, until she couldn't bear it anymore. She broke the rules, and she told me about it. Apparently, I had an aneurysm that was forming in my head, and it was supposed to end my life without warning. Now, of course, I was going to die eventually, regardless. But she wanted to buy me more time than I was originally given. So she broke the rules again, one more time. She couldn't just let me... Her power, she couldn't just wave her arms around and make it so that I survived. She couldn't just let me live that way. There's an order of balance, son, in the cosmos that demands that someone's life needed to end if mine were to continue. So she had to take the life of someone. My understanding, it was a hardened criminal, a serial killer who had taken the lives of over 40 people, all children under the age of 12, some of whom were only infants. I suppose that was how she justified selecting the candidate that would lose their life early so that I could live. So she took his life, knowing that she probably saved dozens of people in the process. But I don't think her superiors agreed with that decision, regardless of her intentions. They didn't banish her, but they completely forbade her to return back into this world. When you were born, they delivered you to me. For although you did have celestial blood within you, you were still part mortal, and thus you did not belong in the celestial plane. Separating her from us, that was her punishment. And that might be why the gods are not as responsive to you. Because you are the son of an angel of death who disregarded her duties.
So, what do they do? Just keep her locked up, or just make sure she does her job with someone watching?
My understanding is that she was not locked up. She just wasn't allowed any interaction with us whatsoever. She was cut off.
And I assume you've been waiting to meet her for a long time.
Yes, son. I have been waiting patiently for death, specifically to possibly meet her again.
I mean, I don't know how to feel, but I'm glad you told me at least.
Does this not bother you in any way? You seem to be taking this in stride.
I mean, I'm happy I know.
Are you?
I mean, yeah. I spent so long just thinking she didn't show up because she didn't care.
She cared too much.
So, there's stuff that does bother me, but overall, I'm just glad you told me. Is that why you look so young?
I don't know if that's a side effect to the situation that I had placed on myself by your mother. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe it's a curse. Maybe they're trying to draw out your life.
That's true. It's another way to think of it.
But
I don't know.
I'm glad you told me.
Well, like I said, now you know. I don't know what you're going to do with this information, but hopefully that explains some things.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. But I just want to say I love you.
I love you too, son.
But please come over and see see the kids.
I will do that.
I got a meeting.
And with
Good
that,
luck.
he will log off.